is the Pinnacle a thing you work for?
I mean, why are you? You're not really working for anyone here, right? Like you're just going out there.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
But is the Pinnacle an entity
Not really.
that you do work for?
Maybe like an express mission from them,
Okay.
but like that's not what this is. This is independent
Okay.
research, right?
Yep. Yep. Okay.
So I mean, you could say you work for
No,
them.
no. I was just wondering if they even were like if they had stuff like if you work for the Pinnacle or not.
If like one of your superiors was like, "Hey, go here and do X," then yeah.
Okay. But no, that is not what transpired at all.
Yeah.
This is me and Cash deciding, hey, let's go to fucking Stonehenge.
Yep.
And
then Cash dipping.
Yep. And then me deciding, hey, Samuel, let's go to fucking Black Forest.
Yep.
So, okay. So I say, truly, we are working for no one. This is a independent fact-finding mission, if you will. I have my own reasons of digging up the past.
Well,
And we truly did stumble upon this encounter.
You are quite a curious person, then, Mr. Gray.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Very well. What do I have to tell you to keep you from meddling?
All right, I telepathy to Sam. All right, he's gonna give us something. Like, what do we want to know about what's beyond this door? Give me some intelligent fucking questions to ask her.
Okay, let me think for a second.
All right, so I'm gonna grab a drink.
Oh man. Da, 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 da.
And I figure since we're in super speed and thinking, we can get a lot thought said.
All right.
We could have a few paragraph conversation in our heads. There would barely be a pause.
Okay, so let's see. What do we know about this place? It's just kind of like meta, you and I here. We know that this place was doing an experiment on some goop and stuff.
Yep, with this.
Well, we actually don't even know it was goop. We just know it's umbral catalyst.
Yeah, umbral catalyst to mutify. Was it humans? Yeah.
Human test subjects. Yeah.
Yep. Human test subjects into evil creatures to a varying degree.
Right.
To what end?
Yep.
An army?
A number, plural, thanks to her, of creatures is locked behind this door.
Okay, it's multiples in there?
Yeah. Okay. She said our test subjects, which we locked behind there.
Okay, yep, good.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, great, there's more than one. Cool.
Good job. So, I mean, obviously, the big ones that she might answer, most likely won't, is what is the purpose of them?
Right.
But she
the thing is, it's like, do we even really care?
Only, yeah, potentially. At the moment, no, because we don't know that we don't care. But like,
sure.
If they have to do with what we're fucking with, like, what if these are part of Celeste's, Voldemort's plans? Like, because he's been doing this for fucking centuries or whatever. She's like, all right, my creations in Germany are almost ready. Kind of thing. He's clone warsing us. So it could totally still have to do with him. But if it doesn't, then yeah, who gives a shit? What the fuck are we doing in fucking Black Forest?
Right, which that's what I'm trying to rewind for to here.
Okay, yeah, go on a recap. Okay, so
Right, so right, this place doing experiments on the evil goop or whatever, and we don't even know it's goop. Whatever, it's fine.
Yep. It had werewolf. Fucking. There was a project of Lycan something Lycanian, for doing that, but then they switched over to Umber, Project Umber Maker, and they used the werewolves as like guard dogs and mercenaries, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, and all this Pentex stuff was happening like a decade after the portion of time that was deleted.
Quite a bit after, like a couple years ago.
Okay.
Oh, several decades.
This is like modern era.
Oh, when did the torching take place? 50 years, or was that the?
I'm not sure.
Okay, we don't know.
The time deletion happened around 1945.
Okay.
You're not sure when the torching took place.
Okay. Torching? I'm just writing down possible things. Like stuff we don't know.
All right. So then I guess that sort of answers my question earlier, which was why is... Well, actually, it doesn't really answer my question from earlier. But anyways, my question was, why is there a research lab underneath a castle in Germany?
Oh, and what answered that?
And the answer is that the research lab is repurposing a prior research lab that was built by the Nazis.
Gotcha. Yeah, totally makes sense.
Right. But the reason it doesn't really answer that is it
doesn't. You cut out.
They have a bigger degree of allowance for crazy.
This is Castle Wolfenstein.
Right.
Okay.
Like the reason for why did the Nazis research facility underneath the castle is just like because they're the Nazis. That answer just works for a lot of things. Anyways. So Pentex then was working on something underneath this building, which used to be a tourist location.
Is that how they got sleepers?
The timeline does seem to add up that this facility was active while the tourist location was active.
Wow.
That's nuts.
At least for the earlier part of it.
Right. And so possibly then the reason for using this location for the research is maybe what they were looking into was left behind from the Nazi era.
So wait, what? Sorry. I started listening to your words and then I missed some of them.
Sure. So, like, why would Pentex ever use a research lab underneath the castle if what they were researching wasn't related to what was behind?
Okay.
Right. So Pentex was looking into something in this building here that was left behind by the Nazis. That's what I'm working with right now.
Okay.
Right. Which I'm still struggling and failing into tying this back into why we're here.
Mm-hmm. Other than just gray. I mean, but see, I'm a fate mage. My shit just kind of pulls itself together. Like, hey, I want to go fight Hitler. Well, guess what? Now Hitler's part of your main plot. Shit. So I'm also kind of thinking that. Like, not Mike. I mean, Mike is, but Gray's thinking that, actually. that somehow I have twisted him into this. Because now that I have decided to go back in time and alter this, the Holocaust event that can't be altered by what I've looked up by what Gray has looked up or dealt with in time manipulation and stuff. He's like, okay, if an event is so big that it can't be changed or stopped, then it just gets altered and the event happens anyway. So by me making the decision to go back and fuck with this event is now put that into the main plot, is what I'm saying.
Or like the fact that you thought of doing that and presumably intend to do it in the future has changed the now.
Yes.
That's in some insane
that's
time
that completely
bullshit sort of
Gray,
way.
Gray's all talking about that and theorizing that.
It's a fun theory.
Yep.
Right, because the only way you can change the timeline loop or something.
Yep. So my guess is that that's why this is now starting to coincide. This Nazi crap, the fucking Celesti, everything is because I've done it. I'm going to do it. Something. And it's now tied in together. And we'll figure it all out in a year or two, or, a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyway.
All right.
Are we good with asking her questions now?
I haven't thought of one yet.
Oh, because I was going to basically kind of go off this list and...
Oh, yeah, you can start with that. And then...
Yep. All right. Well, we honestly don't know very much other than what we found on these computer records.
The records were deleted.
I told you, we have means. There were experiments happening. There were sleepers involved. There were creatures being created. There was some sort of umbral catalyst. Now, what do you know about these creatures being created? Why and for who? Why create a creature of pure evil that you cannot even gaze upon?
A very dangerous enemy, Mr. Gray.
There is a much larger entity that we will soon be at war with. Your corporations mean nothing to me.
The purpose of these creatures is classified. I cannot tell you.
Is it to help cause the end of the world in any way?
It's classified.
Was it Pentex or any affiliations who carried out this hasty torching of this facility?
We do not know the identities of those that torched it. Presumably, those who were involved in stopping the initial experiments carried out at that facility by the Nazi regime.
So, was this furthering Nazi research?
The foundations are based off of the things that were found there, including the entity or region behind that stone slab. If that's what you're looking to know about, I can give you an outline of what it is. It seems to be
By all means, it will be a start.
A region of space that contains aspects of some sort of interdimensional entity.
Region of space that contains an extra dimensional entity?
Interdimensional.
What's the okay? Can Ben
explain
the difference?
Interdimensional is between, like, it capable of moving between dimensions, right? Okay. Or actively situated between dimensions.
Okay. And then extras, like it lives outside our perception of dimensions, something like that, like a 4D rail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The material samples gathered from its
the Umbral Catalyst
exhibit properties related to, or exhibit properties similar to exotic particles, such as those hypothesized to be found in deep space.
And that's that Umbral Catalyst?
I cannot reveal to you the exact procedures used, but yes.
I guess.
Okay.
So.
Okay, then.
Has through your psychosomatic properties and physics-defying property, or psychosomatic properties for observers and physics-defying properties materially, indicating that it is not of this world.
Mm-hmm.
So there are there's not only this region behind this slab, but there's also these creatures you cannot look upon?
Yes.
And then, if this...
And the only reason I am telling you about this is because I believe you will do less harm with this knowledge than if you were to somehow enter in and unleash the power.
What happens to the world if the power is unleashed?
Pentex would contain the issue, but it would be costly, and I would likely receive a reprimand for lax containment protocols upon our departure.
I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you or your reputation now. You horrible monster maker, you.
Is that all?
What devastating effects would this entity have on the world?
I cannot say for sure.
Your company's well-being.
I cannot say for sure, although I would hypothesize that creatures in the immediate vicinity would begin to take on aspects similar to that of our test subjects. Yourself being patient 0.
Is Project Lycian still in effect?
Oh, well. You know about that as well. That is one of our more successful projects. I imagine you will be more familiar with it in the future, once I have filed my report on this interaction.
Oh, you can sick all the werewolves you want on me. You'll just end up with piles coming back.
So you dispatched the guard dogs?
Indeed.
Interesting.
They were interfering with my knowledge. It seems you are now as well.
Yeah. It seems as though this conversation has gravitated towards less reasonable interactions. I believe we are done.
You mentioned something about a report. I only responded in kind.
Either way, I have told you enough that I believe a sane person would not unleash such a thing. I will have to simply trust that you are not an idiot. As that is all I am willing to give to
when
you.
I choose to be.
Uh,
So, if you would indulge me for one more second, I would like to concur with my researcher and see if there's anything else.
Give me a manipulation and persuasion roll.
And I guess while I'm waiting for her to ask, I telepathy to him because we can speak super fast.
Mhm.
1, 2.
the only thing I really want to know, and I'm not really sure how to ask her, is
I'll get it out.
is
Ooh.
whether or not she knows about magic and how much that features in what they do.
Okay. I got 1, I think, unless I'm wrong about how many dice I roll. What did you say? Manipulation and...
You got 1 success.
What were the 2 things? Manipulation?
Manipulation and persuasion.
Persuasion is... Yep, I got 1 success.
All right. She does not hang up.
Okay.
Mhm.
Alright. The last thing would...
Yep.
Did you say if she's a mage? Or if she knows about the...
No, I should say she knows about, basically, like if she knows about the awakened.
If she
So,
knows
like,
about the
potentially,
the awakened world? Is that what you said?
what?
If she knows about the awakened world? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
And how much did it feature in their research? So basically, maybe a way of the question would be like, I don't know. It's like we noticed that the door is locked with
3 different nimbuses.
Awakened magic.
Mm-hmm. So you can be talking to me as I'm talking to her. We have my colleague is inquiring about the level of magic used in this research facility. It seems there are some high-level magics at play on this door. Obviously, you needed it to contain these creatures or to perform certain rituals, I'm assuming. But do you know of this? Like, what do you know of the magics used in the research?
We do not deal in magic, Mr. Gray. We deal in science. As for the stone, I do not know what you could be talking about. It was there when we arrived at the location.
The stone in which you placed the creatures behind?
We have our ways.
So you never opened it to put them there?
As I said, we have our ways.
All right.
So no,
That answers my question, actually. So
no awakened were part of the research facility?
No, Mr. Gray.
Thank you very much.
Then I believe our conversation is concluded. Please do not call me again. You will regret this conversation.
I regret a great many things, but
You will regret this encounter.
but talking to you is oh, she's gone.
all right.
I send her a text, just a smiley face.
Oh boy.
It's probably
Yeah.
a landline, but
Landline? Who uses a landline?
old German fucking scientists.
Maybe, yeah, point.
Sam, you got a landline at your fucking house? Yeah, you do. You're too embarrassed.
Silence
You're
is
too
dead.
yep. You're too embarrassed to answer.
All right, yeah. So you guys gonna try and batter down this door still, or you gonna
No, I think we're
you
done.
gonna take what you got and run with it?
I honestly trust her that we shouldn't open this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Not, I mean, like I said, I don't care about the company and her job or anything, but it sounds like it's bad news. The only thing is that they're gonna move it if they have another site. They're you know, but if they don't, if this is just it has to be kept here kind of thing, then they won't. They'll just beef up security.
Well, they said it was a region of space which has got weird properties and other shenanigans.
Oh,
Clearly, they can't move it, otherwise they would have.
right. So this is where it has to stay. So they're just going to beef up security.
Mm-hmm. And the door which contains it, they did not make and was here before. So, probably the Nazis made it.
Okay, so Nazi magic made this door. Holy shit. This could be a fucking Hitler Nimbus.
Yep.
Oh man. Who can I ask to do research on Hitler's Nimbus?
You're assuming Hitler was a mage.
Yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna text Ophelia while I've got these bars.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, it's great. Can you no. Hey, it's Gray. Odd question. That's all I ask. Could you find out if Hitler was a mage and what his Nimbus was? And or where to start looking for some stupid shit like that. And that's the message.
Okay. So, yeah, a couple minutes later, you get a response saying, IDK, man. I don't think about that stuff. You'd probably know more than me. Try asking some history geek.
Damn it. I've asked a bunch of history geeks. I say, you know. All right, no problem. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh man. Right. So on the other hand,
How do you track Nimbus?
I think Cash probably could.
Is that all it takes? Is just the right type of mage?
Well, the Nimbus. I guess you could look at the sympathetic connections that tie the awakened spell to the caster.
Yeah.
So that would be mind. Space.
Damn it. Goddamn Cash, you mind space motherfucker.
Actually, like the guy that we need for.
The only other real way is like if you look at someone and see their Nimbus, then you can just recognize it.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm assuming is going to happen eventually. If just with this game, we're going to account when in 10 sessions. We're going to be face to face with some mage, and you're going to be like, oh, you notice that his Nimbus is this, and oh my god, it's him!
Yeah.
That's what's coming if we don't actively go seeking him out.
Right.
So I want to get that preemptive strike. I want to seek this Nimbus out.
No, I mean, is there anything you want to try to do that now?
No, I mean, I honestly don't know anything. I mean, I guess I could sit around and look at some spells, but like you said, that's not in my realm of magic. I don't think like to find something like that. The only thing I was thinking though is when they beef up security, someone's going to come here. Someone is going to come to this slab and check it, make sure it's still closed, make sure we didn't fuck with it. But since they said they don't have Awakened in their team, we could set some stuff. We could set up fucking surveillance. We could set up traps. We could set up tons of shit.
Yeah. She also answered the question of, is there Awakened in your team? Not questioningly, as in, what the heck do you mean by that?
Yeah. Yeah, but she might also have been told something about the, like, she, you know, like, kind of faking knowledge. Like, hey, if you ever hear the term Awakened, just act like you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. But I do think that she knows. Because, I mean, you don't create monstrosities of supernatural entities and not, you know some stuff's up in the world.
I don't know. Vampires and werewolves don't really have the whole
Don't have the whole what?
mage thing going on.
But, I mean, they have the same thing. They're not supposed to let everyone know they exist.
Right, but like they don't have like the laws of the universe helping them keep that secret.
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess, huh.
Yeah.
Either way, I think she does know what Awakened are, and then so does the company. But unless they have fucking freelance mages they can hire, they're not gonna come down here and know we have spells up.
Mhm.
Unless they have some sort of science machine of dispel.
Yeah, it's called being a sleeper.
It's what?
Yeah, it's called being a sleeper.
What do you mean?
Well, magic doesn't work really around them. You get enough of them.
Really? So, like, if we had a surveillance spell in the hallway,
And if it was a permanent spell, it would. It's like ingrained enough in the surroundings they just wouldn't notice it.
Mm-hmm.
Active effects get messed up
Oh,
because paradox triggers.
oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because like if you're around sleepers when you cast a spell,
Mm-hmm.
there's more paradox because them observing it is like they're trying to like rationalize it with the universe. And
Which
it's
then
break-
the universe.
breaking things.
Yep. Then the universe tries to fight back.
Yeah.
Like, no, you can't. The only rationalization is this is magic. No,
The
magic
fall.
doesn't exist.
The fallen world resisting your touch.
Okay. Well, so the only way to do a surveillance spell on this place with a ton of sleepers reliably
Well,
is...
if the sleepers don't know that magic is happening, it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So as long as it's obscured, then you're good.
Okay. So yeah, what do we want to do? Where do we want to put that? Do we want to put some scry bubbles down somewhere?
Can you do that?
No. But we could do something. We have to do something. I can
Yeah.
I can do some kind of fate thing where it does like a
Can you like precog?
like look into the future. I mean, I'm trying. I've been trying.
No, unfortunately, I mean the future is unwritten, so
Yeah.
there are so many possible possibilities. It's hard to. I mean, you just can't get one that is absolutely going to happen because there. I mean, Mage operates on multiple timelines, not a singular timeline.
Right.
Okay, so
Plus, if you get to know what's going to happen, you would try and change it. And
Yeah.
obviously,
yeah.
And
anyway,
then there is the argument with the singular timeline that like if you know something's going to happen and you try and change it, then like the timeline already takes into effect that you know it's happening. So like
self-fulfilling prophecy.
yeah. but that's like impossible to do in a
In a free
medium.
tabletop game.
Yeah, exactly. You can't. And if you do somehow manage to do that, then you're DMing wrong because that means you're just railroading.
Okay, so I found what I can do. Oaths fulfilled. I can cast. Oh, does it have to be on a person? Oh shit. It just says subject. Does that mean person?
Yeah, it has to. I mean, the subjects fulfill or violates the term of an agreement.
Ah, piss.
I mean, you could do like hung spell and like trigger that to cast oaths fulfilled on a person that like walks through
That's what I was.
this doorway or something.
Yeah, because that's what I was gonna do. Like, so, like on this threshold, I was gonna cast Oaths Fulfilled. That when something walks through, that's what triggers the oath or whatever. Like, and then I with that 1+1 reach, I receive a brief vision of the subject when the oath is fulfilled. So then I would actually get to see it. So there's my scry.
Yeah. Okay. You could do that with hung spell on oath.
Okay. The mage can track the subject until the spell's duration elapses. I want to do that one too.
Okay.
So I can watch him walk
That just
around.
means you can. Well, no, that just means that you know which way to go to get to them.
Oh, yep,
into
yep. I should have kept reading.
Yeah.
Keep reading the spell. Don't stop halfway through.
It's just like, okay, that person broke the oath. I know where they are.
Yeah.
No.
But I'll know where they
Not
are anyway.
specifically where, but just like I can go to them.
All right. I'm gonna have to drop a bunch of spells to do this.
Well, I mean, like, we're not using the laptop and stuff anymore, right? So.
What did I... Oh, I have Temporal Summon on the computer. That's right. Get out of here. Bloop. I want to keep Acceleration, just because.
Mm-hmm.
We're probably going to have to run home to the United States.
God, that would take a long time.
Yeah, I know. All right, Temporal Stutter on the door. I can always just do that again, or we can figure out how to get rid of it another way. So that the vault door is back.
Okay.
Okay, so now I have 3 spells I can have active. So how does Hung work? I have to cast that, then the
You
spell?
have to cast that, and then you have to spend a point of mana as you cast the spell to hang it on.
Okay, so Hung is a 2-dot time,
Yeah.
I think. Okay. So 2-dot time is 10 dice.
And its primary factor duration. So,
Oh, so I need to like...
you have to add a contingent duration as well, which costs a point of mana.
Alright, so 2 mana.
Yep, with your contingent duration is someone coming through the doorway.
Okay, yep. So...
I would say that would add 2 steps to your duration.
Tick.
This is not a super likely thing to happen.
What isn't?
So, I mean, someone wandering their way down here.
Not wandering. Coming down here
Yeah.
to check.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like not a place that people get to very often, so.
True, but with my knowledge of that this company is probably going to send someone.
Right. What I'm saying is for the contingent duration, you get an increase to the duration
Oh, okay.
based on how likely the event is to occur.
Okay.
And I'm saying this is like level 2 because it will probably occur at some point, but it is not something that will occur like frequently.
Right. Okay. Yes. It will not occur frequently, but it's going to occur once soon. Is what
So
I think.
that bumps the duration up to a year.
Okay.
So, assuming you
So
get it increased.
okay, so I did 2 mana, and now I need to bump it up to a year.
All you'd have to do is do a reach for that
Oh, nice.
because it's primary factor duration.
Okay.
+2.
All right. So that puts me up to 3 reaches. No paradox still. And that's to hunt. That's to hang the next spell for a year. On the contingency that someone comes through the door.
Yep.
All right. And I don't have to take penalties to dice. It's just done through reaches.
Yep. Because you don't need like potency or anything.
Oh, fucking sweet. Then yeah, I get 10 to cast that thing.
Yeah. Which door are you casting this on?
Like the entryway to this hallway.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to do this? We want to like roll it now, but then like
What's that?
we're rolling this now, but do we want to just say we did?
Well, on our way out.
Right, because like the next person to walk through this door is gonna be us.
Right.
Oh yeah, do it while you're on the other
Yeah,
side.
we're not dumb. Our characters aren't dumb. We're mages.
Doesn't mean that
I don't see how those two facts are related.
They're kind of related.
you can be dumb and be a mage.
I
in this
know.
setting, at least.
Yeah.
2 successes.
All right. So then you cast and you spend a point of mana, right?
Yep, I did 2.
Okay.
'Cause-
Yep.
Okay.
Then you cast your oaths fulfilled.
Oaths fulfilled, and there's 2 reaches on this. Now, for this duration, do I have to up this duration, or?
I mean, it's up to you. That depends on how long you want it to last. It doesn't take effect until after the hung spell triggers. So.
Oh, okay. So technically, it doesn't really need to be here that long.
I mean, if you want to add the like tracking parts, then
Yeah, but
that's the only part that really matters for.
I guess. What would it take to track him for a week?
Well, I guess it's a duration primary. How many dots do you have in Fate?
4.
Okay, so it's a month base, assuming you
Oh,
spend the reach for duration.
okay. So, reach.
Seems like a time.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it's only a 1 dot, so I've got 4 reaches to play with. So I could take every reach and still be fine. So the reach for that, for the track, the reach for the brief vision, and then another
Instant
reach
cast.
for the instant, and then another reach for the month.
Okay. Yeah.
Boom, yeah, I'm at 4, so tits.
Yeah, so 1 dot. So.
Yep. Oh boy, here we go, getting that mana back. So far I'm at 4 with 5 more dice to roll. And another 10 exploded. Alright, I got 5 exactly.
Okay. Nice. So willpower.
Sweet.
Presumably you want to get the mana.
Yeah. I do. I've been.
All right.
I've been,
So you got that set up.
yes.
Little magical tripwire.
There. All right. Well, if anyone comes through this door, and I explain what I did, and we'll be able to even track their movement for a month, so we could get their, we could see where they go after they leave here.
Okay.
And so for this, you have the hung spell active,
Yep.
and then the hung spell is like hanging onto the oaths fulfilled. So once the hung spell triggers, you'll be concentrating on the oaths fulfilled.
Okay, so that takes up 1 slot.
Yeah.
not 2.
So just do like hung spell / oaths fulfilled.
Got it. Yep, I got it.
Durations and stuff for that.
1 year and 1 month.
All right.
Cool. Got it.
So then you guys are gonna leave.
I believe we are done here.
Mm-hmm. Though I did want to make one more observation.
Sure.
Don't look at the creature.
It's about the creature, yes.
Don't observe it.
Which is that she mentioned that behind the door is an interdimensional section of space that is causing these warps and weirdities.
Oh fuck! I forgot to ask her about the time distortion. She wouldn't have told me anyway, but
Dude, whatever.
Yeah.
as I said, she wouldn't have told me anyway. So
Right. Which is to say that I'm trying to figure out what it is I'm trying to say. Is that if it were just creatures with some chemical that they were doing,
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't feel related to us at all.
No.
But the source of a chemical being an extra-dimensional region of space that's based on magic that makes you crazy for looking at it,
Oh,
that does start to sound more like it's related to us.
absolutely. Like, what if that little region of space is like one of like the little breaks in the whatever that he can get through, that this entity can be looked at through.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that totally makes some sense. And then the Nazis were using that, like they found that little void spot, and again, we're researching into it. How can we weaponize this? What can we do with it?
hmm
Okay.
And I know they're not the same thing, but the fact that it's a stone door with magic on it, is kind of like, I've only seen like 3 of those before.
Oh, that one that when we killed Tenekai or whatever,
Seals.
the seals.
I don't think there was one at Tenekai's place.
Well, no,
but
when he was killed by my spell in that thing, or was that not Tenekai? Was that a different vampire?
You talking about the
Oh yeah, the vampire in the circle where.
Oh yeah, that wasn't Tenekai. Yeah, that was the other guy. But
Okay.
yeah.
That place.
No.
We saw a door opening, didn't we?
Yep. And also there's the door in the bottom of the forestry museum, and then the one in the quarry.
Are they all the same-ish door?
Yeah.
Do they look
Not like this one there. That one was
Yeah.
more just like a piece of stone obstructing
Right.
the doorway. But
Yeah, this one's like an actual door, but it reminds me of those.
right, same. And now that it started to remind me of those immediately.
yeah.
Is this like an unknown seal, like that is just out in the just wild card?
Yeah, or like I'm still trying to figure out, I don't even really know how my character would figure this out or anything, right? But it's like I'm still trying to figure out why we've got
Why you've got a what?
World War II era dudes in our heads.
Right.
Yeah. What was I in that vision?
You had memories from World War One, actually.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, yes.
Oh yeah.
And Samuel's was from like the Great Depression. And,
right, which is in between the 2 world wars, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And was mine like it had the thing about like Hitler being killed on a different date?
Well, that was the newspaper that the lady in the mists
Okay.
gave me. Yeah, that's further up. Hitler killed by Allied troops April 3rd,
Okay.
27 days earlier.
Which does nothing
Yep.
for the terrors caused.
hmm
Yeah, like I said, I looked it up, and it has to be at a certain date before the Holocaust. But at the same time, if I do, we don't get the bomb. So it's like shit. We're losing technology. If this atrocity doesn't happen.
Years.
What?
Years. Before.
Again, you said years and then cut.
Oh, years before.
Oh, years before. Yeah,
Rather
right.
than
Mhm.
days.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It's such a. It's.
Yeah. Yeah, and just think, if World War II didn't happen, Russia's the one who gets the bomb first, or whatever.
Or some shit. So.
Yeah.
So goddamn, it's. What do I do? This is a time traveler's dilemma.
The point at which, like, if you change too much, then you're just diverging into. Well, that I guess that's where the 2 theories are. Like, are you just diverging into a different reality personally in which this happens, or are you going to do something and then like the universe is just going to like rewrite everything so that as close as possible something else happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the 2 possibilities. Unfortunately, it's not possible to perceive these changes from an outside perspective. So
Now, hopefully, when I do this, I can set up a do-over if I fuck up.
oh man, it's hard to undo the like
Right.
The rewritten.
timelines.
Yeah, particularly because your save point is in the timeline you just deleted.
Yeah. No, I.
I mean, not saying it's impossible, but yeah, that's a rough one.
Because I could do the thing where like the Chronos shield, where I always exist in time, no matter what happens.
Right.
So if my new future is completely what I don't want it, I'll know.
Well, actually, time travelers they automatically get the Shield of Chronos against their time magic.
okay.
but-
Okay.
It's just like the people around them that don't.
Yep.
So, you can delete your entire family or
Yeah,
something
I
by accident,
suppose.
unless you shield them.
Yep.
Uh,
Goddamn.
Yep.
Yep. It's gonna be a
Each
mess.
man validates his own history and presence. I think it's aligned with that SCP here.
It's gonna be a mess when I do this.
Yep.
All right. So we're getting a few more dots connected and getting a ton more questions asked.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, it's like until she mentioned that there was a region in time and space
Yep.
shenanigans going on behind the door, I was like getting ready to leave, but now I'm like, maybe I do want to peek inside.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Well, the spell is up. No, it's not. I mean, we can do that last, but still.
Well, how about this then? We will pick up from
Yeah.
here next time. You guys can figure out if you want to mess with it further. If not, then I guess are you good? Are you gonna head back to Santa Fe? Or
Yeah, if we're
what would be
done,
the plan after that?
pretty much, unless we find out more stuff to keep us in Germany, we're going back to Santa Fe.
Okay. Yeah.
But I mean, so like you'll know whether there's more leads here that's gonna keep us here, so you can plan with that info.
All right. Yeah. Sounds good. And then you probably have a little bit of time to just do like random stuff when you get back to Santa Fe,
God, I don't
because
even know.
this was quite the adventure.
But honestly, I don't even want to do random with these kind of leads happening. I like now that we're actually getting
wanna chase
somewhere.
them.
Yeah, now that we're getting somewhere, I want to go.
That's fair.
So like, because now like the dicking around is like, no, I want this fresh in my head. I don't want to lose this. I don't want to lose this like ambition of figuring this out because we're getting somewhere.
You're finding things are coming together more. You're entering further up the rising action.
Yeah, and yeah, so it's more of an engaging thing where it's like, all right, great, like Gray's done dicking around. I got shit to do. Not saying it
Yeah.
wasn't engaging before, but you know what I mean. It's,
Yeah, but you have enough pieces to
Yes.
actually start putting the puzzle together.
Yeah. Instead of, oh, I found a corner over here. Great.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, well, let's just put that to the side for right now.
Yep. That's what that was. That's what all of our pieces have been so far.
Yeah.
The corners.
And like, okay, we got the outside of the puzzle done.
Now start fucking working on it. And now we're at the working on it part.
Yep.
And it's got 16 corners.
Yeah. What the fuck are we making? We're making the apocalypse.
All right, so we'll go with 5 beats for this session.
Oh, tits. No, I was gonna say, was there any arcane? But we didn't meet anything.
No,
We
no.
just talked with what's her name.
Maybe if you went behind that door, there would be.
Oh yeah, I bet. But then there'd also
Yeah.
be no beats.
Yeah, maybe you would die.
Yeah, there'd be 0 beats because we death.
So, yeah.
We death explode.
Yep. So one experience. So,
Beats. Let's see. So 1. Now I take all these away and add 1. And then add 4 more. 1, 2, 3.
you could have just.
I know.
Add
Don't. I know. I know. Don't.
However you want to do it.
Believe me. I know what I can do, and I know what my limits are.
It's too much.
It's too much to think and then because I'll forget. I will forget halfway through that equation of wait, what did I click? What was full? Was there 4? Was there 5? What am I doing?
Oh man, you're getting close to being able to have 5 dots in time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's there's 3 more experience.
Mm-hmm. I need that temporal summon as a road. God, to have to know this game from the creation. So many different decisions. But that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like how I built him. His the creation is perfect. I wouldn't change anything of creation, but like going up and knowing what spells are useful, what I'm actually gonna cast, because that remote control rote, waste of a spell, absolute waste. I'll never use that ever in my life. So that's what I mean. It seemed fun because I wanted to paint stuff with my paintbrush, but now it's like, oh, we are not even close to doing mundane things like that.
You're thinking too small,
Yeah,
man.
exactly. I was thinking like a human with magic, not a fucking mage that was used to be a human.
Freaking nascent god.
Mm-hmm. How do you spell ambitious? Where's the I? I mean, there's one after the B, but is it?
Immediately after the beat.
IOUS.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. My vice has been spelled wrong for my entire life.
Yes.
All right, cool. So yeah, good game though. That was fun.
Yeah. So
Once we got it's investigating and then
Mhm.
talking to Mueller, that was neat.
that was not something that I thought about, but yeah, it happened.
Yep.
Anytime there's a person, if there's a name, you better know I'm calling them.
Yeah. Like this person randomly calls, but yeah, that's fun. It should be interesting.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna have to see if the crap, the name Pentex ever calls you again.
Yep. Well, good luck. Those are burner phones. So without mage powers, they're not gonna find me.
All right. Well, so they're gonna call you again someday, and
Yep.
We shall see.
Yep. I am Mr. Gray, and they know I'm awakened. That's what they got. They don't even know your name. They don't know Amadine. They just know I have a colleague.
Yep.
Yeah, you came off pretty good in that conversation for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
I
that,
don't know.
that kind of tells you how much she didn't want you to open that door.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, she was willing to bargain pretty hard, except for with the super classified stuff.
Yeah.
Like, which was just totally like, well, what am I? I might as well just fire myself then if I'm going to tell him this.
Yeah. Well.
That's.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well.
All right. Well, I will talk to you guys later.
Yeah.